How much effort should you put into getting the last drop of milk out of a carton? If questions like this have crossed your mind, then you're in good company. Today we'll be taking a closer look at some of the daily habits and social conventions that make up the monotony of life. Let's try and do basic DIY projects at home and then realise I can't even knock in a fucking nail. Grab your knitting needles and a blanket because it's time for three old friends to sit around and sew a new patch into their quilt of friendship. So join me, Dion, under the covers with Christian.
Welcome to Patchwork.
And Josh.
Welcome to Patchwork.
Now, before we get started, we were downstairs all kind of cuddled in together, ready to start preparing for this recording. Josh, you were sitting with your legs snaked up around each other. Dion, you were sitting also comfortably on your chair, one knee up, one leg down. Then I got a call on the phone and it was from my mum, and she was out the front because we recorded her house. And she was saying, is Dion going to close up his car or does he want it robbed or something? And then my mum's friend, who was also there, sent me a photo of Dion, your car, with the front driver's side door open.
Yes.
Parked on the street.
Parked on the street.
Parked on the street. So small street. So so no danger was at stake. But look, when I heard about this, I thought, oh, Dion, what an idiot! Because I have to lock the two doors, the two backseat doors. I have to lock them manually, and I did that. But then, walked outside and the driver's side door was open.
Bizarre.
Yeah, very bizarre, but a very, very good excuse, I think, which is that I, upon further inspection, got Mr. Minute involved and had a look, and the car door had hit my seatbelt. And so I heard the sound of the door closing, didn't turn around, obviously, and door was left open.
No look. Is this like a basketball no-look
Hang
door
on.
close thing?
You don't know for a fact that every time you close a door, and I've been wanting to say this about you for a while, every time you close a car door, you don't look... You do that when you get up from a restaurant and you look to see if you've got your keys in your wallet.
No. When I'm closing the door, I'm watching myself close the door. I don't turn my head and look away and just behind me flick it.
There's no evidence for this. How do you know this? No. How do you know that you do? How can we trust that you do that?
I would say the majority of people would, as they open or close a door, look at their hand or the door as it opens or closes.
In their periphery.
Car door's different. Car door is the most different of all the doors. Let's establish that.
Okay,
there is no door that looks like a car door.
Okay, we'll establish that. The foundation of this conversation is that car doors are different from all other doors. But moving past that, you would have had to have started the push, Dion.
Yep.
And then in between the door closing, turned your body.
Yes.
And then proceeded to walk, knowing that the sound you heard meant that not only was the door closed, but locked.
Christian, when you're playing tennis and you hit a forehand stroke, are you watching the ball all the way through?
You're supposed to watch the ball.
Hang on.
They tell you to watch the ball.
No, but you're not watching your racket the whole time. There's a point in which you take your eyes off the racket and you look down the end of the road when you're playing tennis.
Hang on. So in terms of, you said you had to manually lock the back doors.
Yes.
Is it central locking with the keys on the front door, or is it like pre-locked?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. No. It's central locking. It's central locking.
So you thought you closed the door, walked away, pressed your lock button, and didn't look to check if that had locked properly.
Wait, do you look at the light flashing? Central lock
I'm
light
pretty
flashing?
sure. I hear the noise of it.
Dion believes that if 3 of the 4 doors are locked, then the robbers won't come in.
I love that question that your mum's friend asked, though. Like, does Dion want to get robbed? And it'd be great if she said, yes, he does, and then she didn't tell me.
Quick qualification. Was it the buckle or the belt that got caught in the door?
It was the buckle, and there's no...
So that makes a sound, mate.
Yeah, I know. And how do you feel when you... I presume you angels don't ever close the door on a buckle, or do you do that sometimes?
No, not
rarely.
really.
Oh, bullshit!
I think the old family car, because they were loose, but now my car, it's all very tight.
My car's 2004, so it's in that vintage.
Before auto buckling.
No, Christian, when was the last time, honestly, you don't have to lie. When was the last time you think you closed your door and it went on the buckle?
Stop thinking people are lying just to make you feel more comfortable. No, I don't think that I've closed my door on a buckle since I was 6 years old. when I started driving. If I could cast your mind to this morning again, Josh, before we had arrived here at my mum's place, before Dion had left his car door open.
And before we got started.
I thought I was late to leave for the studio, and I realized that Josh's door was still closed. And I had to ask him because we had forgotten to take the recycling out at our place.
Unnecessary details.
Hang on. We'd forgotten to take the recycling out, so we were going to bring the recycling to my mum's to use her bin, right?
Okay.
So I had this recycling in my hands. So I was going to go up and ask Josh, hey, are you going to take some as well? So I'll go, it's pretty late. I don't think if he's in his room. So I go, knock on the door. Yeah, come in. A hoarse voice. He's like, I'm just napping. So
how's that a hoarse voice, by the way?
Because he did this. He said, I'm just napping, which I thought was odd that you were napping so close to when we had to leave.
That's just sleep.
But wait a second. This isn't the odd thing. So in my head, thinking, okay, Josh is napping, I'm gonna go in there and he'll kind of be on top of the sheets or, just laying back in his chair, whatever it might have been. I walked into the room and he was completely in his bed with all the lights on, but when he was like, I've got to get out of here, he flipped the sheets off and he was fully dressed.
Yeah, it's weird.
Top to tail that he just stepped out of bed and left.
Hang on. Shoes on or just socks?
No shoes.
Socks.
Everything but shoes.
But fully, like jeans.
Hang on.
In the bed.
Paint the picture. What time was this in the morning?
This is, what time did we leave?
1:30.
1:30.
1:30 in the morning?
In the PM.
What? So wait.
It's an afternoon. I'm having an afternoon nap
Which
fully
I'm fine
closed
with.
in jeans.
Which that for me, a nap only occurs on top of the sheets.
But it's very cold. I wanted to get under the sheets and get warm.
But then you're having a sleep.
No, it's still a nap. It's the afternoon.
Hang on. Is it a nap? Is it a nap when you set? Did you set an alarm to wake up?
No, I was very worried.
Oh,
How did you get to see? I would never be able to get to sleep with knowing that there's no
Yeah.
alarm.
Well, I wasn't trying to get to sleep. I was like, just resting my eyes. Resting my eyes.
No way.
I was on the way up from the nap when you knocked. I was like, I need to get out of this bed.
Your body is incredibly disciplined.
Were curtains drawn?
No, it was all open wide. I had
All
the telly
open.
on. Like,
I was very confused
that's a
walking
nap.
into that.
I'm not setting the mood for a sleep. I get it if lights are off, everything's dark.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
you got
TV's
under
on,
the
watching some
sheets.
Dota. Yes, because
That's what I mean. Yeah, so why not just a blanket on top of you?
I don't have a... Yeah, I did that. It's called a doona.
Yes, but you were wearing your outdoor clothes in
So?
the bed.
What's the problem with that?
Jeans.
What's the problem? What is the problem?
There might
Jeans go
not-
everywhere.
There might not be.
And you're taking them inside the sheets.
there might not be a problem with it, but it's making a mockery of pajamas because your pajamas are sitting there and your pajamas are going, well, this is really my gig. This is really my
So
thing.
you're saying that my jeans have been worn and been dirty and out and about.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm bringing that under the covers.
Inside the bed is a place of it's a sanctuary.
Okay.
It's a pure place.
Your bed
And
is a temple.
My bed is a temple, and you're muddying the waters.
Okay.
By bringing jeans into it, and the t-shirt
How are you napping, Christian?
on top. What I'll do is I'll be, if I'm like ready for a nap, and I'm not going to draw the blinds, I'm on top of the bed and a throw over the top.
Why do we always need to be covered with something?
Because it's cold.
Yeah.
But isn't it weird?
That's nice. It's the feeling of someone touching you.
But it's very strange. Even in hot weather, you
Yeah.
get rid of the doona and you still have a
feels
sheet.
weird.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you need that sheet?
It's because you then create like a little pocket of heat underneath that thing.
Is that it?
Otherwise, all of your heat is just escaping into the ether.
I'm just wondering if there's a biological reason for it, or if it's just.
Or do you think humans throughout time have always worn blankets?
Well, no. I'm wondering, do animals wear blankets as well?
no, they get in holes.
Is the
They make little holes for themselves.
I'd love if if tortoise shells were actually made just out of hard cotton and bamboo. Do all animals need to be covered when they're sleeping?
I don't know, but now I'm imagining like a wombat going into its hole wearing jeans. And Christian going,
Taking
get
them
out.
Or what about a horse? You know, horses sometimes have those covers on them. Do they need them?
Oh, yeah.
No, of course they. This is what.
Why? They're horses, though.
This is what confuses me about people that dress animals, and I'm not necessarily against it because it looks really cute.
Yeah.
But is the animal like, I don't need this and I'm really warm now?
I reckon that you never see an animal sort of snuggling into a jumper that's been put on. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but horses with those enormous coats, like surely they're like, oh,
I think they're selling secondhand watches.
That's great.
Early this week, I got to the end of my toothpaste, and I have this particular little tool that you use. It looks a bit like a key. You just kind of attach it onto the bottom of the toothpaste, and you roll it up, and it squeezes the very last bit out of it. And I've come to realize that what I initially think is the end of the toothpaste goes for like 2 more weeks. And
2 more weeks?
It's way more than I think. Like, I think it's finished, and then, like, I can keep getting enough toothpaste pushed out to the end, and it lasts ages more.
Where is, on the inside of that toothpaste container, what would you call it? A toothpaste?
Tube.
Oh, God. That's so dumb of me.
Yeah, it's okay. You say,
Toothpaste
well, not really,
container.
because it's not a tube.
On the inside of that tube, where is it hiding? Why can't we get that with our hands?
It's in the tube.
That's what I mean. But where? Is it just stuck to the corners?
Well, Josh, are you able to elucidate us on that?
Oh, I guess it's just like I guess it's on the edges, but it's the accumulation of all the tiny bits ends up being way more. So you can just push all that up to the top. And then it got me thinking about all the other things, like my Vegemite or my jam, my cereal, my milk, like all those things. How far do I go? How much effort do I put in to like clearing out these products completely?
Yeah.
Toothpaste, I'm pretty diligent in like riding it right to the edge.
Well, there's a specific utensil that exists to do that. So enough people have obviously thought about that in the past.
Yeah.
I think that...
Where's the jam jar utensil?
Yeah, there has to be some stuff for peanut butter jam jar because
the thing that's difficult to get is underneath the bit with the screw threads on it.
Yes.
That little nook in there where the jar bulges out to be its full size. You can't get in there.
But how desperate are you to get to this stuff? Why not? Where's the backup plan?
It feels wasteful, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it only feels wasteful when the amount that's left, like under that little lip, if that equates one serving of that product.
And
so let's say for peanut butter or hummus, if you can get a good finger's worth and then apply that to bread or a cracker, that's a full serving.
But it's the amount of effort. So with the Vegemite is my example for my toast, right? Like you get all the big chunks and then it's like, cool, I can individually scrape a lot of small bits of Vegemite to make up enough for a bit of toast.
Yep.
Am I bothered to do that?
Butter's the other one, or margarine or something.
yeah.
Just getting those last little bits.
I go heaps. I spend so much time before I throw out a butter.
But ever a finger? Like, Christian, you mentioned finger. I feel like as soon as I put the finger into the jar or the container, it's contaminated. No one else can use it.
No,
it's
because
done,
you're at that moment, you're identifying this is the last action this Tupperware will see.
Yes, absolutely. And then you chuck it out.
Yeah.
Do you reuse? Would you reuse a margarine container, Christian?
So recently, Josh, you would have seen I've been rinsing out a lot of like large hummus containers, peanut butter containers, because it just occurred to me, why do we buy Tupperware?
Yeah.
All of these jars and containers are basically storage vessels.
It's really weird to chuck out those things, especially when they exist in the world for 10,000 years after you throw them out.
It's not. It's weirder to clean them when you're going to leave them on the drying rack for weeks on end without putting them away, Christian.
Oh, that's interesting. But they need to dry.
Little Bonio to pick.
Do you want a Bonio?
Actually, if we're in Malaysia, it's a Borneo to pick.
So there's glass jars, there's
Not mine.
hummus things. Okay, great. So there's
Retracted?
hummus container. There's all these like, and the Indian takeaway ones that crack in
Not
2
mine.
seconds.
Yeah. Chinese takeaway, do they do that as well?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. But like they're too weak, not worth keeping. The hummus ones, I'll allow it.
Mine.
But they sit in the drying rack for way too long, mate.
Because
dry them off.
No, there's 2 on the go at any given moment. That's why you're always seeing one drying.
Oh, really?
Hey,
Hang on. There's a second hummus container.
I just had an idea. Drying rack with dryer at the bottom.
Wow.
Come on, buy it. Buy it.
Just blasting hot air up.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Come
not
on.
a bad idea.
Has Dyson not done that?
He will.
Oh, great.
He'll get frustrated in his drying rack one day and go, how can I fix this? How can I fix this?
Is there a Mr. Dyson?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
would be, right?
I think we had him on as a guest.
No,
once.
not that one.
Yeah,
but-
there's a guy.
So-
Yeah,
so-
it's a guy.
Is it?
Yeah, and when he gets frustrated with some normal piece of technology, he reinvents it. Like he did a wheelbarrow that's got like a 360 wheel on the front because like wheelbarrows are crap.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Come on. What's wrong with that?
No, that's great. It's great,
Oh.
but just do everything.
Yeah.
At least look at something and be like, guys, take notes, fix it this way. Don't have to do all the legwork.
Just to go back to the products one, the milk is a big one where how much effort I put into using it up depends on what I'm using it for.
Yep.
If it's the end of the milk into a tea, I will spend quite a lot of time shaking and dripping out.
Yes.
Great.
But if it's like in a cereal where there's a lot, I don't spend too much time. Like,
No, that's right.
On that idea of emptying the milk into the tea, let's say that you've got the right amount of milk in your tea and there's a few dribbles of milk still left. Not enough to put back in the fridge because you're basically putting away an empty container.
Oh.
Are you making your tea milkier just to finish off?
I think I would.
carton?
I think I would,
Really?
unless I've got another carton ready to go. I'm like, I'll double dip next time.
Surely. At that
okay.
point, surely a couple of
Yeah.
extra drops. You're pouring down the sink, aren't you?
Nah, I'm not pouring any milk down the sink.
Ever.
It's weird.
Off
Down
milk?
the sink.
Yeah, probably
Hang on,
milk.
do you pour off milk down the sink? That's standard, right?
yeah.
Oh, good. I love it. We all just look at each other, just trying to feel each other out.
Well, you probably do it down the bloody toilet. Yeah.
What about something like a spice container, like herbs, secret
Yeah.
herbs, and spice
I'll
container?
fully unscrew and give it a few good taps on the
Yeah.
back
Do you
with my
ever?
palm.
You know how the spice containers, they sometimes have the holes in, like the holes and then a big compartment. Are you ever winging it with the big compartment? You can go.
yeah.
It can go terribly wrong, but it can also make for a great night as well.
Yeah, I kind of. There is a very distinct. Hey, I'm going to live on the edge here,
Yeah.
and empty from the fat side. I have been getting into this rhythm of saying to myself, okay, this thing, let's say deodorant, is about to finish.
What sort of deodorant are we talking?
Roll on.
spray, roll
it
on?
used to be spray. I'm using more roll on now.
Yep.
But I used to go, okay, there's probably a few sprays left in here.
Yep.
Let's go buy the next one, the new one, so that I can finish
Got
it
to
off.
overlap, yeah.
But my issue is I can't resist the urge of using the new one. So now I have just an accumulation of deodorants and aftershave that have like a spray left in them.
What is the product I have the most of is hair product. I'm on.
Yeah.
I think I might have found one, but up until a couple of months ago, I couldn't find the right product, and I was just banking. I've got 6 different hair products.
Really?
Shocking.
But that's a
Shocking.
somewhat different issue. Like, are you using to the end and then buying another one?
No. That is one of the things that I will waste because I'm not going to put that shit in my hair. I'm sick.
If
I'm
you don't
sick
like it?
It's shocking.
So you're just hanging on to it.
Yeah, I don't know what
Should
to do
you
with
just
it.
throw it out?
Nah,
though?
saving it for a rainy day,
weird,
which is
right?
shocking with hair products.
So my issue with the deodorant, I bought a new one recently that I was like, oh, I'll try this one out, a spray.
Yep.
Because it was cheap. And I was like, maybe the cheap one's fine. And
No,
I don't like
no,
I don't
no.
like it.
Shocking.
Hang on.
Oh,
and I
serves you
don't
right.
like it. And now I'm just using heaps of deodorant to get through it as quick as I can.
Oh, no.
that
So
is-
every morning I'm like,
He's lost. He's lost.
spraying
Is
on a
that,
heap.
yeah, you stink, Josh.
Whenever you go and see a hairdresser and you ask them what product should I get, that's like anything but the supermarket. I imagine
Yeah.
if you saw someone who you got your armpits done or something, they'd say, no deodorant from the supermarket. Don't get it. It's shit.
Where are you getting your deodorants from?
Online.
Oh, that's so much better than the supermarket.
No. Our one, the ones
Native.
we've got.
Coles Online.
It's so different.
Yeah.
No, the ones that we're getting have got this great cardboard packaging. You don't get
Yeah.
any plastic bullshit, and they don't have
Alright.
fucking aluminium in them as well.
Yeah,
But would you,
Josh.
would you,
Yeah,
Christian,
shocking.
though, if you had a product you didn't like, would you throw it out or would you just use it up as quick as you can?
No, I'd keep it. I just keep
keep
it
it
forever. That is, I honestly think the 20s and 30s, that is about working out what products you like.
Yep.
And at the end of it, maybe when I'm just turning 40, I'll go and go, well, none of these products, none of these 6 drawers that I've kept of products
Chuck 'em
are
out.
for me. In the bin you go.
How about you, Dion? Are you using up a product you don't like, or are you just hanging
Nah,
on to it?
I can't. But I
Really?
can't throw it out because I don't want to be wasteful.
Yeah.
And yet I'm keeping them because at one point in the future I'll throw it out, but I'm not ready for it now.
Yeah, see, I just will
Ooh.
use it up. I'm like,
Oh,
just
that's
use
good.
It up.
Wow.
So isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Christian and I, sustainable crusaders, and Josh is the one who's actually using the products
Yeah.
and putting more aluminium
Yeah.
into the air.
But
Great.
yeah, but Josh, what about the idea? Like, you're not worried that someone's going to smell you with that cheap deodorant and go, Jesus, mate.
Come
No, because
on.
that doesn't happen.
Oh, come on, that's
Yes, they do.
ridiculous.
They just don't tell you.
Hang on, what's the deodorant? What's the brand?
I don't want to defame them.
No.
I
What's
think
the
it's like
brand?
Norska, I think.
Doesn't even exist.
No,
Norse?
Dion knows every deodorant brand.
Is that the one with 12% aluminium? The other thing, just quickly,
It's aluminium foil he rubs under his pits.
Josh, you said, no, it's a roll-on, guys. It's a roll-on. Comes in this really long sheet.
I got 90 meters.
the other thing is the soap. Soap. So we're talking liquid
Soap
soap.
what, Dion?
Or cakes or bars, are they?
Bar of soap.
Bar of
I
soap.
use a bar of soap, and I ride it pretty far, but I will always go the squeeze on to the new bar.
I was going to say,
Good.
Fresh bar comes out, combine the old bar
I
to the
have
new bar.
always
Yeah.
wondered who is finishing bar soap. It seems
Yeah.
as though it's you. Not at our house, just in general.
Yeah.
A bar of soap just disappears, right? It disintegrates into nothing.
Have you finished it yet? Does it exist?
But I don't remember that moment that I'm doing the last rub.
You know what it is? Because it's so small, it just drops down the drain. You're like, God, that's not a great feeling, is it? So you need to just wash that little bit of your body, and you've lost it. You just might as well get out of the
But
shower.
surely you're pulling it out of the drain.
Try to, unless it's gone straight down.
Nah, when it's that small, if it's in the drain, you let it go.
In the drain.
What? If it's that small and the water's just going to wear it away very shortly, you're like, that's done. That's done.
Why?
Because it's done. You're not getting enough use out of that soap anymore because it becomes a hassle to get enough suds off that tiny bit of soap. I'd much rather use a new one.
But good one.
Your other one you brought, the gel or the shampoo or conditioner, do you put the water in to rinse it out?
There you go.
Dilute it.
There you go.
Yeah. Do you dilute it?
I think shampoo, conditioner, and probably tin tomatoes are the only products that you kind of dilute and
In the shower.
clean out to the packaging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Isn't that what you use in your hair?
How do you feel about when you're adding the water to the container? So you unscrew the top of the shampoo,
Yep.
Delicate
add the
dance,
water in.
isn't it?
Tell me about it, Josh. How are you adding the water?
How much water?
Very little amount and just give it a good shake.
And straight under the... what's the actual... What do you do? Or are you using your hand as the only time in your life as a
funnel.
As
kind
a
of
funnel.
thing. You just need to get a decent amount in there. But I think I'll just chuck it under the shower, screw it back on, give it a big shake to try and loosen it up.
Why is there such a dance around putting water into this thing?
Because I want it to be in a similar state to when I use it every other time.
But you're diluting it. You just have to give up. You have to accept
that's the thing. How much...
that last usage, whether it's 1 or 2 times, it's going to be an inferior version of the product.
I think that's a great point. I think that I want to give it as much respect as possible.
That's interesting. Yeah, well, that's nice of you.
And then you put the shampoo bottle at a funeral pyre and you burn it. It was a good shampoo bottle.
What do you guys think of crumbs?
In the shower?
Yeah. No, crumbs in general. Is that are you a crumb in mouth? Or
Like
are you...
bottom of the bag.
Yeah, bottom of the bag, whether it be chippies or...
Shapes, Josh, what about shapes? Crumbs?
Bit too flavorful for me.
Oh.
Too much flavour at the end. I'm happy to have the whole biscuit and I'll leave the crumbs.
Yeah.
Are you not surprised that Josh doesn't put it on like a plain biscuit? That'd be quite funny to watch, wouldn't it? Josh putting shape seasoning onto a plain biscuit.
Yeah, let's make fun of the clown.
No, I think it's the annoying thing about crumbs and why people, I see them like emptying the chip pack into their mouth. I'm like, you're trying to recreate a magic that is finished. The whole chip sensation is gone.
It's gluttonous. It's a gluttonous look as well, isn't it?
And so you're never going to be satisfied with a crumb.
Yeah.
You know what I did recently, and it's the first time I've done it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, was having Doritos with dip and then just poured the rest, like the crumbs, just into the dip.
Oh, that's pretty weird.
Into the salsa. It was salsa.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Really?
As long as you're the last one finishing the salsa or dip as well.
It was the end of the salsa. It was ending both products. I just tipped the crumbs right in.
Yeah, so my mum, when we were younger, used to, at the end of a Milo, empty it into the milk carton and shake it all up and make an enormous chocolate milk.
And she's a genius. We know that.
Yeah. Hey, Mum! Milo for the boys!
Oh, gee, thanks, Mrs. P.
So sometimes on Patchwork, we like to do impressions of things that really shouldn't have impressions done of them. So, for example, in the past, we've done impressions like Tim the Toolman Taylor's grunt.
Oh.
Yeah. We've done impressions of a squeaky mouse opening a squeaky door. But this week, we are going to try doing an impression of a Melbourne pedestrian crossing. Now, for some of you who aren't in Melbourne or Australia, because they're in different states here as well, here is what that sounds like. So, Dion, do you mind going first?
I mean, what? How? No,
That's
no,
the game, mate.
No, this is.
I'll start.
Okay, Josh.
No. I'll start. I don't want.
That worked very well, Josh.
All right.
This is actually why did the chicken cross the road?
Cluck, cluck, cluck.
Go, Dion.
That's the worst one you've done.
That is almost the worst
Easily the worst.
impression I've ever heard.
Oh my
Please,
God.
please.
Why? Where did you hear Clark?
I don't know what else.
Fuck.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
No, it's too late now.
You're done, mate.
All right, Josh, you're up.
You know what? I hope this sucks.
What other farm animal are you going to do an impersonation of?
All right.
Bloop. Bloop.
Dripping tap.
Bloop.
Not bad. Not bad.
shit.
Not bad. Dripping tap sounded like the start.
Christian?
Yeah, more committed. All right, I came last. Hang on, who is best? I think Josh. Got it, right?
Yeah, I think Josh is.
Yes.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
about blop, though. I don't think blop is what
point
it
of order
sounds
on
like.
blop.
Oh, yeah.
Who lost?
I think I got the do part a
Oh,
little bit
yeah,
better.
yours was a bit breathy, I thought.
Was it?
Too much.
Hey, Josh, why don't we put the best bits of both together and just get Christian's start bit, your end bit? We can dot these around Melbourne.
Hi, you've reached the Welcome to Patchwork Helpline with Christian, Dion, and Josh. All three of our operators are busy right now, but please leave your trifling matter after the beep and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Help me, Dion. I've got a problem. I was recently invited to a friend's combined birthday dinner, and the other person whose birthday it is, I've only met them a handful of times. I wanted to know, am I expected to buy 2 gifts? What should I do?
Don't know. Thanks to Sammy for sending that in. If you do have a trifling matter you'd like to send to us, just please hit us up on social media. Look, it's a difficult situation, right? Like, let's be honest. I mean, what are you going to do in that situation? I think that I'm just ignoring the second friend if I don't know them well enough. Christian, I imagine you might bring something little for them because you feel guilty or something like that. But I really feel like if you don't know them well, you just need to honor the friend and dishonor the other friend.
I think that you're incorrect, Dion, about my your
sorry about that,
appraisal of
everyone.
me there. I think it's pretty easy to make that cut and say I've got a gift for the friend that I know.
Yep.
Because just because it's a joint birthday doesn't mean they get joint prizes.
What if it... Now, Sammy mentioned it was a dinner. What if it is a particularly small event? Do you feel more compelled to provide a gift for both? Rather than, say, a big party thing where your gift just gets lost amongst the pile.
No, still no, because I don't know the other person. So what is the point of getting them a gift?
Because you're at their birthday event. I'm very surprised by this, Christian.
Why?
I thought you would be like, absolutely
Yeah.
got to bring one for
I
both
thought
because
you
they're
were better
hosting
than-
you.
I thought you were better than this.
No. If they're hosting dinner, like it's a dinner party, I'll bring something for the dinner party 100%.
What if it's a birthday dinner
No, this is a
party?
birthday dinner. It's a
yeah,
birthday
but
dinner.
I'm not going to bring a gift for the person that I don't know.
Okay.
Or I don't know particularly well, because a gift is supposed to be a personal thing that you give to that person. What are you supposed to give them?
But there's nothing like putting a gift on one of those gift tables, is there? I hate that. I want to give it to the person I want. Why aren't gifts unwrapped in front of everyone?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
the
a great-
unwrap.
if it's a thoughtful gift, unwrap it. Let me see your reaction.
No way, because hang on, what if...
If
it's
it's
embarrassing, because if someone gives them a coffee machine for their wedding and then someone else gives them soy sauce, for example, you probably don't want to see that your gift was soy sauce.
Yeah, that doesn't work because they were 2 completely different events.
I think, is there anything to the idea of a group gift? Say you've been invited, but you're actually not even amazing friends with the one you're meant to know better, and you completely don't know. Is it okay to give like a shared gift, like a bottle of booze, to be like, hey, this is for the party or something like that?
If they live together, that's a possibility,
Oh, yeah.
I reckon. If they're housemates,
Wow.
maybe.
Something for the house, that's not a bad idea.
Something for the house is great, isn't it? I
Yeah.
think we've talked about something for the house.
That's got to be a gift now. Like in our 30s, that is the
Yeah.
default way to give a gift. I'm not going for the person. I'm going for the place.
So you're not even giving it to the person, you're just hanging like
Yeah, I
it's
just
a
put
picture
the
frame.
pot plant where I think it belongs.
But that's what pot plant.
Yeah.
That's the best one, right?
That's actually really good one.
No one's gonna go, it's a bit of a shit plant, or I don't need another one. It's
Yeah.
like, no, pot plants are great.
Yeah, anyone who already has just at least one plant in their house,
Yep.
I think it's a safe
Correct.
bet. You can get them another house plant and they'll love
Agreed.
it.
Do you know
Yeah.
anyone that doesn't have a plant in their house?
I wouldn't, but for
Really?
the people I live with.
Meaning you would, if someone gave you a plant, would you chuck it out?
Oh, straight in the bin. No, I'm not bothered enough to do it. I don't look after the plants in our house. It's all housemates.
Yes, yeah. But is there you don't like the fact that there's life?
I really like, I like the green
No,
against
he-
the stark white walls.
He likes death. That's fine.
I hope all the plants die. I'd have dying house plants in my place.
Yeah.
Just to remind me of the clock ticking.
Why don't you why don't you water plants?
It's not that I don't like them. It's just like I'm not bothered enough to look after them, go out and buy them, spend the money on them. But I do aesthetically like them, and I'm appreciative that other people in the house have done that
But
for me.
isn't there the disconnect there that you like the way they look, but you don't want to do the preliminary work?
Yeah, look, it's zero input from me, and that's what's great about
Understood.
Yeah.
Would you buy an artificial plant?
it. Yeah, I'd probably go for that, I guess. Because you get the
Interesting.
same effect, right?
I think
Green.
you should.
So would you ever buy an artificial plant for the second friend that you know
Oh,
less, but a
very
real
funny.
plant for the friend?
I reckon that's the advice to Sammy. I reckon it is get a real plant for the person you know, and for the person you don't know, little fake boy from
Yep.
Kmart.
Awful advice. I like it.
yeah.
Wow, this Chinese food again was really good.
Super tasty.
I'm stuffed.
We're basically shareholders of this place.
Now, I know you guys know, but I'll just remind you. You know the fortune cookies in this place? You open them up and they got one word in them?
yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll start mine.
Great. Delish.
One,
Must
Never.
travel
to
Vietnam
unless
Vietnam.
travels
to
One.
One must never travel to Vietnam unless Vietnam travels to one.
In a Chinese restaurant.
Dion, do you want to open yours?
Yes. When
A
Beautiful
tree
falls
down
over
a
river
should
you
touch
it
when a beautiful tree falls over a river, should you touch it?
great.
so profound.
Yeah.
Really?
Really profound. You know what's really Christian? Would you like to open the cookie? Christian, cookie boy.
Something
Spectacular.
Should
happen
When
we
kiss. Something spectacular should happen when we kiss.
so funny the thought of opening the fortune cookie.
it's like the guy from the factory putting them together, like wants to suggest to his co-worker that he really loves them.
That's great. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Welcome to Patchwork. And we have some cute little news. We are live recording a podcast at the first Melbourne Podcast Festival. There's 25 other podcasts over 3 days that'll be performing different shows. So I recommend you go to melbournepodcastfestival.com. I recommend you buy a ticket to Welcome to Patchwork. We're performing on Sunday, the 1st of August at 2:15 p.m. Christian, why 2:15?
Because it's 15 minutes before 2:30.
Yeah, exactly.
good.
Yes, Christian?
Would you say this is going to be the best podcast we've ever recorded?
I would say so. Why? Why would you question it?
I'd say that you'd have to buy a ticket, right?
Yeah, have to buy a ticket. So $20 a pop. Pop is short for Popolov, which is an ethnic name.
I describe the tickets as a must buy.
Yeah, must buy. So
Treat it like stock. Treat it like some e-stock.
Yeah, it's a bull market.
So head to melbournepodcastfestival.com. Grab your tickets because tickets are on sale now. Also, Josh, we have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, but we also have a Discord channel. I know you've been on there chatting away to Patchworkers. It's free to join.
It is.
How's that going?
It's great. A bit more of an informal way to chat to us. Chat about anything you want. Chat about stuff about the show. Ask us some questions. Whatever you want. It's a great other tool for you to communicate with us, and details for that on our socials.
As we do every week, we sew a new patch into our quilt of friendship. Josh, what patch did you sew into our quilt this week?
Thank you, Dion. My patch this week is Christian on his 40th birthday applying 26 tubs worth of hair gel to his head. Christian, what patch did you sew this week?
Thank you so much, Josh. This week I sewed into my patch Dion attempting to maximise his purchases by adding a little bit of water to his car's petrol tank and then driving off with his driver's side door open. And Dion, what did you sew into your patch this week?
My patch this week is Christian using a number of empty deodorant canisters as storage receptacles for his leftover cereal, canned tomatoes, and soap. Thank you for listening to Welcome to Patchwork for another week. I've been Dion.
I've been Josh.
And I've been Christian.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Sometimes on Patchwork, we like to...
Yeah, come on.
Sorry.
Sit up, you fucking slob. Sit up, you slob.
Oh, sorry.